Let's continue with our front end. We already npm run client, so we open our front end in 3000. We have the my bikes, login and register, so we're gonna be able to register a new user. Let's see, Honda, and put Honda email, a password 1234 and 1234. Then submit it and send us back to the dashboard. So that's okay. And never mind, that is just a warning for using that password. But if I'm using a Windows, so if I type in, or if I press Ctrl Shift I, and I go into Redux, we go into Redux, as you can see right now, send us to the dashboard. That's fine. If we go into state, if we go into 3, if we go into user, you're gonna see the ID. We're gonna have this ID, the name Honda that we just log in, the Honda at gmail.com, and then the token, as you can see. So we also have the chart, and we have row. As you can see, we have this row, so everything is working fine. Type tree, and you have also the div, the trace, the test, but this is the one that matters to us, the state. Okay, and right now the only state that we have is the auth state. Inside the auth state, we're gonna have the user that we just log in. And if I try to register, I'm not gonna be able right now, because that's what we are gonna be doing right now. We're gonna be working in the logout, so we need to log out, because even if I restart it, refresh it, so it doesn't delete it, so it's still in the local storage. For example, we have in Redux. So by the way, I'm using a Windows, so if you're using a Windows, just pressing Ctrl Shift I, and then you can go into, well, I already here in applications. So if you go to local storage, you go to local storage here, 3000, that is for my front end. You're gonna see here the user, the key, and the value. So as you can see, we have the Honda email, the Honda name, and the token. This comes all the way from the when we did in the, let me see, in the backend where we were working, was in the controllers, user controller. Okay, so we're getting the ID, the name, the email, and the token. Okay, so it's coming from that. And if you're having some trouble, if you are not getting that, check out the register. Let me see, let me close this one real quick, and let me see, it was the slice, no, it was the server. Make sure that here in the API underscore URL, so we have my cases /API/ users / so this when users have to match. If I go into the package, well, not a package, the JSON, but if I go into the let me see, this is the, we need to go into the backend, we need to go into the server, and as you can see, I have two endpoints, so API/bikes and API/users. So make sure that it matches this one, API/users. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we were able to log in, and the user that we have log in, even if we refresh it, is still here in the local storage. Okay, so what we are gonna do right now is we are gonna still be working in the front end, and we are gonna go into the source. We are gonna go, let me see, into the pages. We're gonna go into the register. What else real quick? Well, yeah, let me see, we're gonna go into the register, and we can go, no, it's not, it's gonna be in the features. We can go into the slice, let me see, so if we, yeah, let's go with the register first. So we are gonna go just above the cons slice. So let me see where we have the cons slice. So Okay, so here in the auth slice we're gonna start. Okay, so we have here export const auth slice create a slice. So what we need to do here is we're gonna have create a logout, so, and it's gonna be an asynchronous, so it's pretty much the same, but it's gonna be export const logout, and we do that so we can able to pretty much log out and register a new user, because here if I refresh it, so we still have this user here. So let's continue, let's log out, and here what we need to do is, yeah, we need to create AsyncThunk. So we're gonna create a AsyncThunk. We're gonna open parentheses, and we're gonna have our auth, so that's the only thing that we have so far. So our let me see, in action, no, in state, so the only state that we have is the auth state so far. So we have that, and also we're gonna have the logout. Okay, so we're gonna have the auth state logout, and as a second argument we are gonna have a asynchronous function. Okay, so we're gonna have an asynchronous function here inside of the curly braces of the asynchronous function. We're gonna await, so we're gonna await the auth. So yeah, okay, so yeah, it's fine, it's doing that for us. So we're gonna await the auth servers, and here we're gonna have the, yeah, we're gonna have the logout. Let me see, we're gonna have the logout parentheses. Okay, so now we need to go into the auth server, since we already created this logout function, and we can go into the auth servers, and here we are gonna go into the below the register, and we are gonna have the const, let me see, it's gonna be logout, yeah, this one, logout. We're gonna have an arrow function like that. Oops, yeah, curly braces, and here we're just gonna have our local storage. So then it's just gonna be remove item, and we're gonna be removing the user. Okay.